This is Derek McDaniel. I'm Mr. Eldercare 101, very dedicated to getting people the information that they need because I lived through the problems of not having access to the right information. So I take it very seriously. So what this slide is really saying in a lighthearted way is prepare, 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 prepare. Because that preparation will, when we boil it all down, that preparation really will help determine the quality and the level of care that the care recipient receives, and it will most definitely impact the quality of life of the caregiver, because the less stress through preparation that the caregiver has, the better able they will be able to care for their loved ones as they care for themselves and their other responsibilities. So here, and since we're talking about expenses, let's put some expenses up there so people have an idea of what we're really talking about here. And these are average national costs. I live in New Jersey, so I live in the Northeast. These numbers are about 20 to 25% lower than what it would be to live in the Northeast, like a New York, a New Jersey, or Massachusetts. But these are the average national costs. So the average national cost in 2017 for a nursing home was just over $98,000 for a private nursing home room. For an assisted living, for a semi-private assisted living room, that was just over $48,000. Home care could run anywhere between $40,000 and $80,000 a year, depending upon what services you receive. The national average was about $45,000. Adult daycare was roughly $21,000 or a little over. And out-of-pocket expenses for the average caregiver, that's the money that the caregiver spends on a care recipient, was just over $5,000 a year. And again, these are the average national costs. So for example, that nursing home cost in the Northeast was probably somewhere around $130,000 a year. So we're talking about some pretty sizable numbers here. You want to make sure that you have the things in place so that these costs can be taken care of, because most people just simply don't have that type of money laying around. And just for the record, the average woman who's in a nursing home, just to fully paint the picture, the average woman who goes into a nursing home stays in a nursing home for approximately 4 years. So you're looking at about $400,000 in costs right there. Now, don't get freaked out. The reason that we have these sort of presentations is so that people understand all of the different options that they have, because most people, let's just be blunt, don't have $400,000 sitting in their bank account just ready to write checks. So that's what we're going to get into now. The strategy. How do you prepare, and what strategy do you put in place to handle these sort of expenses? Well, the long and short of it is the strategies fall into roughly two categories. There's the self-pay strategy, i.e. using your personal assets, that's the writing the check example that I just gave you, or depending on family members for assistance. Well, let's just be honest. That one, if your family's anything like mine, that is not what you want to do. Just so you understand why I say that, I'll have cookouts at my house. My family members will say things like, yeah, sure, we're going to bring something over. We're all going to contribute. It's going to be wonderful. They will routinely show up at a cookout for 30, 40 people and bring 2 packages of Franks. What are you going to do? That, I mean, come on. So these are not the people. I love them to death. They're good people. Don't get me wrong, but let's just be real. They're not the people that I want to entrust with my healthcare expenses when I get older. So that one, I don't suggest as a general rule. But hey, maybe your family's better than mine, in which case, adopt me. Bring me in. So anyway, as I said, I like to try and keep this stuff a little bit light because it is very, very heavy. Now, here's the second option. The second option is transfer the risk to a financial product or an insurance company. I strongly suggest that people do this one, and we're going to cover off on a lot of those things tonight, but that is the way that we really want to go with this. So, and it'll be immediately obvious to you why I say that that is by far the much better option. But of course, that is one, utilizing that strategy is the type of thing that does require some preparation and some advanced planning.